Hello. I'm a little late. Are you surprised? I'm hoping y'all can hear me. I will adjust the sound momentarily. I'm happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here. Howdy hey to the squirrels, the neurokin, and new viewers. Maybe some people who maybe are looking to learn a little bit about anti-MLM. Maybe some people who are considering maybe there's something outside their own multi-level marketing company. I'm DC, your friendly multi-level marketing dropout, and we're going to talk a little bit about Monat. I'm a little scared. I'm a little nervous, but here we are. We'll get right into it. This video is for commentary, education, and critique under fair use. So I did a thing. I infiltrated Monations, the big Monat conference run by the Urdanetta family. Picture thousands of people cheering, crying, and chanting, fully bought into a high control group that insists this shampoo-based business is their ticket to freedom. I walked in as an outsider with no rank, no team, no blindfold of hype, just a notebook, maybe a spy camera, and a lot of curiosity. And let me tell you, what I saw says a lot about how manipulation and groupthink operate inside an MLM. And before we get too far into this cluster, FUCK, let me play the good disclaimer, and I'll be right back. I hope this works.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
I'm back. I hate to continue to drive this point home, but I will do it. I don't know if this is just like something that's been burned into my brain after Nueva, but here we are. Everything in this video is my opinion. Everything in this video is my opinion. It's commentary, critique, not facts, statements. It's about individuals. Tonight we're looking at two of the top 50 earners in Monat, number 50, number 49, and I'll share what it was, a little bit of what it was like to sit in that arena as someone who wasn't clapping on cue, from logical fallacies and emotional appeals to FTC violation moments that raise serious consumer protection questions. This is a front row look at how high control tactics keep people committed to an MLM empire. I don't know. I hope y'all are ready for it. I'm excited-ish to share some of this. This isn't going to be perfect. I think we all know how I do this. I wish it was. I love live streaming. I'm trying to get better about bringing more to the table regarding logical fallacies and FTC violation risks and doing better about consumer protections. Monations was a lot. So if you don't know, let me give you the TLDR. I don't remember who it was. I need to go back and look. Y'all are incredible. And in my DMs, someone reached out and said, and this is not verbatim, "Holy mother forking shirtballs, did you know that you can go to Monations without being an independent market partner?" And I was like, oh my God, so cool. And then I said, oh my God, that's so cool. And my brain buffered. Oh, before we do this, let me pause the story. Let me pause the story because we had a 24-month celebratory in the members only stream from earlier. Let me play that real quick because we haven't been able to do that because I've been mobile streaming. And that's one of my favorite things to do now. Let's go.
How long do we have to wait for a squirrel?
It turns out the god, he's a squirrel.
Squirrel walks up to a tree and says, "I forgot to store acorns for winter, and now I am dead." Ha!
But I won't be a squirrel tomorrow.
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
I mean, I'm not a squirrel.
You won't get me a squirrel, I'll get one myself.
What are you then? An oversized squirrel?
Squirrel.
What we're going for here is a vicious, man-eating rabid squirrel.
You owe me a new acorn.
This acorn is for emergency use only.
That acorn was given to me by my great-grandmother Ladybug. See this acorn?
Quick, to the acorn!
Pee-pee, a monkey, can't you see you are the acorn of my eye?
Only one kid shoved an acorn up his nose.
You gotta get that acorn.
Acorn is missing.
Big acorn.
An acorn doesn't become an oak overnight.
And the saber teeth, and we gave him an acorn.
Sometimes the acorn just stays an acorn.
Did you eat the acorn?
Oh, it's the acorn thing all over again. It was just an acorn, a little acorn.
Many of these trees were my friends, creatures I had known from nut and acorn.
Incredible. I'm so grateful to have members. I'm so grateful to have subscribers. I think I was surprised the very first time I started streaming and anybody showed up at all. I love live streaming. I'm very grateful to have y'all in the live chat. I'm very grateful that y'all support my anti-MLM efforts monetarily. Google does give through AdSense, does pay me through y'all watching ads, and I appreciate that. It does give me a piece of if y'all have YouTube Premium, so if y'all don't have to watch ads, that's incredible too, because Google still pays me, or YouTube still pays me, whatever it is. So that the 24-month that's what the little acorn video is for. So thank you very much. Back to the story. I get that message, and if y'all don't know, I am autistic. I am a little sensory sensitive, which is I love lights overwhelm me, sounds overwhelm me. So if you are wondering, where was Monations? It's in Las Vegas, and you may say to yourself, "Huh, that doesn't seem like the best fit." And you may say to yourself, that doesn't seem like the best fit. And DC probably says to herself, that doesn't seem like the best fit. But I'm already on my little hamster wheel of like, I want to really infiltrate this since I'm allowed to go. And it seems to me that if I, as anti-MLM, am allowed to go, I'm allowed to say, or at least I'm allowed to disrupt the messaging that Monat's doing better. Monat's looks a certain way online. They present themselves to be doing better than they actually are doing. And if I go, I can say, hey, you're not actually doing better than you say you're doing. I can be there and say, oh, this isn't as big of a conference as you say it is. You can make a conference look huge, and it's not actually huge. You know, looking on stage, it could look huge, but it's not. So my hypothesis was, it's a lot smaller than it used to be. And I wanted to go. I was thinking about going. Yes, Google is YouTube, YouTube is Google. And so I was like, oh my God, maybe I could go. And then, if y'all, I feel like this has to have a bunch of a backstory. I use the money from memberships and AdSense to pay for things already that support me as a human. I use it for mobility things. And so I was like, I wonder if there's people out there who would be interested in helping me go to Las Vegas, like, $1 or $2 or something like that, and see if we can go. Because the ticket was insane. The ticket was $313 with tax. And then we found a cheap ticket that was like, I don't remember how much it was. It was like $400 or something. We listed it out in Discord. And then we were going to do a rental car. Aaron ended up driving me around. And then Aaron B's another creator, let me stay with her, which was a sensory delight because I don't know if I'd be able to survive if I had stayed in a hotel. Anyways, so y'all and other people who are not members donated to coffee, which is, the coffee was great because coffee allows me to have access to the money immediately so I could buy the ticket. Through YouTube, when y'all do the YouTube memberships, which is incredible, it's 30 days. So I was flying in on the 21st. I get money from YouTube on the 21st, which is great. So, anyways, a lot of y'all supported me to go to Las Vegas, which is a sensory overload. So I thought, so we're ready. So we're like, how are we going to do this? I am a small creator, so I was like, okay, no big deal. If I'm like this all the time, recording, if they're not allowed to record because at Fistopia in Bomb Party, they were getting kicked out or they were getting told not to live stream. So we didn't know what it was going to be like. So we were like, okay, if the Acorn, we ended up changing in coffee because like buy me a coffee is a thing. That's why we ended up doing it, because it also allowed for refunds if someone needed a refund. It allowed for credit cards, it allowed for PayPal, so it was like security for people donating. Anyways, the live chat members gave the okay to do the first month. They covered the first month of our spyglasses, and then I paid for the rest, like in the future, all the other monthly payments for spyglasses. So that's where some of the money from the Acorns went. So we went in with the glasses to record and stream, and then on Instagram, that's where you see all of these. If you are on Instagram, that's where you see a bunch of these are from Monations, okay? And I have other videos too that I didn't upload. We were looking for information, one, to support or discredit my hypothesis, to see the energy and the control clusters of the leaders, to see the commissions of what was actually getting paid out. And I will say this, I was wrong about the $50 million commissions. I misheard. And it's interesting that someone who's been in since the beginning, Ann Fisher, has not hit 15 million since she's above Julie Stevens, who has hit 15 million, 1-5. And I appreciate MLM Exit and the other creator who, the other individual who helped me like hear that. So it was interesting being able to lurk and look. The information that we got that was really good, though, was the top 50 earners worldwide, the list. Because if you, there are incredible whistleblowers who give anti-MLM information, which we're so grateful for. There are people in multi-level marketing, and Monat specifically, that fly under the radar, that don't have people who whistleblow on them, and who are bad actors. They misbehave. They are, in my opinion, harming their downlines, and never get their bad behavior on display. Hero! Have a good time cross-stitching. And so we got the list of the top 50 worldwide earners. And then we also got the people who won the awards, and we got the newest $15 million person, the person who won the person who was accepted into the $15 million Hall of Fame, and the other person who was accepted into the $10 million Hall of Fame. So we don't have to wait for someone to whistleblow. We have that information, and it's available on my Instagram for anybody who wants to see it, because it's in the video format. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through from 50 to number 1 and kind of start exposing the unethical high control tactics from top leaders where the behavior is harming the downlines. And I think it's twofold. There's two perspectives, in my opinion, in anti-MLM. This is a little bit of kind of black and white thinking. There's a contingent who thinks it's only the multi-level marketing business that's harmful. Then there's another contingent that thinks it's the actors within the company that are carrying out the model, and that's the harmful part. I think it's both. I think it's the model that's harmful, that it's the I think it's nuanced. I think it's a nuanced cloud of fuckery. It's the business, it's the model, it's the people at the top in the C-suite, and it's the leaders at the top who know what they're doing that continue to create a culture that keeps the people in the downline controlled. So, my thought is, we still talk about how dangerous the high control group tactics of the business are, and we say, here's how this person is using the high control group tactics on their downline. Oh, do it, Fung. Good luck. So, some of these people are very hard to get a hold of on social media. My, signal out into the universe is, if you come across this video, or if you know somebody who's on one of these people's teams, please reach out to me. I'm going to make it even easier for you to submit information. You can submit in my bio here on YouTube. You can submit where I can find information. You can submit a link to a video. The first number 50, Serena Warkentine is number 50. Very difficult to find information online about her. She does have an Instagram. Talks top 50 in the world. Very hard to find information online. If she's doing Zooms, I'd love to infiltrate one, or if you recorded one, I'd love to see it. Number 49 is Jen Ronzetti. Jennifer, I just don't want to get her name wrong. Ronzetti, Jennifer Ronzetti, number 49 in the world. So the cool thing is that we have 50 names, the very top of Monat, in the world. So we get to look at them, we get to look at the behaviors, we get to break it down in a structured way that doesn't use ad hominem attacks, that we get to look at FTC violations, we get to look at logical fallacies, and we get to say, what the fuck? Just kidding. I mean, I'll get to say that, but you can say any G-rated things you want to. Or, it's a fart cloud. The reps most often in the spotlight are just the surface level of the fuckery. Correct. They are... I would say that the MLMs understand the model. They build the circuitry. They kind of build the circuitry, and the top leaders have the ability to redirect the power away from the downline to remove the harm from the downline, but they do not. And every time someone buys product from the company wins. Because all of the profit, in my opinion, is built into the rep buying the product. The rep is the glorified customer. And all of these top 50 individuals know what they're doing. The top 50 people in the company in Monat, the top earners, which all these people are, know what they're doing. They know that their downlines are losing. More people are losing than are winning. And they are winning at the losses of their team. And it is something where if they were able to look at the numbers, if they did an audit of their team, because we're going to look at Jennifer Ronzetti specifically, who has 2,300, we'll look at this number, 2,300 customers, allegedly. Is it 2,300 customers or is it 2,300 VIPs, which technically is almost a rep? Are they winning? Are they making money? We don't know. We don't know. My question is, are you able to look at the people on your team who are reps in the eye and ask the question, are you inventory loading? I hope you're not. Do you want to make money? Are you making money? If you're not, how come? Are you losing money? How much have you lost? Are you going into debt in this business? How come? Do you need to stop ordering product because you're financially harming your family? Am I winning? Is my winning harming your family's finances? And how can I sleep peacefully at night knowing potentially 99% of people on my team are losing? That would suck. If that is true on my team, I should be able to ask those questions. Questions are neutral. Am I willing to ask those questions? That's what I would hope that Serena and Jennifer would be able to ask those questions. So we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at, there's not a ton of information about Serena, but we are going to take a look at Jen. Jennifer's TikTok. And I'm not saying the reps are evil. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to create an us versus them. I am saying, and I put myself in the same group, I did things in multi-level marketing that I regret. I was in Mary Kay. I was a top seller in my national area. I was in Young Living. I got out of Young Living in 2022. I was in Mary Kay, and I got in February 2014. We got our director. I joined in February 2014. We got her to director March 2014. At the time, she got to director. She was one of the fastest people to get to director. She got her car, I think, March, April, May. And then she ended up deciding that Mary Kay wasn't for her, which was devastating. I let one of my recruits, because we got sucked up into the next level because our director quit. I let one of my recruits, I silenced my gut because my director said I shouldn't make financial choices for other people. One of my recruits was at or below the poverty level, like the poverty line. I knew this, and my director said I shouldn't make financial decisions for other people. And because I told her, I said, this recruit cannot afford inventory. This recruit, the inventory would put her in a financially devastating place. So my director went around me, called my recruit, and talked her into I think it was an $1,800 inventory order. I think in past streams I've said $600, but I'm pretty sure it was an $1,800 order. I have shame. I think I have healthy shame about that because emotions are information. They're signposts for core values. And I was still learning in multi-level marketing. I don't think mistakes make people evil. I don't think that people in MLM are evil. I think that if you are going against your core values, that I have an issue with that. I think people can speak up though. So grab your crafts, do your DBT stuff, grab a drink. My drink gremlins, cheers to you. Let's go. And I ended up quitting Mary Kay. That was the spiral. Yes, it is. This program is trying to ruin my life. There we go. Where are the highlights? Okay. Yeah, so I just want to make sure. Why are those? We've got to fix the brown at some point. We just want to be blue, I guess. No. We'll fix it. We'll fix it later. Yeah, she gave me the credit. That's how I knew that she had the conversation, because the commission showed up in my back office, and I said, Nikki, what the fuck happened? She's like, oh, I just had the commission conversation and she decided that's the order she wanted. I said, what? She said, yeah, she put on a credit card. What? What do you mean she put on a credit card? Yeah, I shouldn't be making money decisions for someone else. Okay. What do you... I'm not judging someone. I'm saying if I can talk someone into something, that is my responsibility to use that wisely. And if I'm saying, gosh, someone who's telling me that they can't afford groceries, I should not talk them into an inventory that is $1,800. That's irresponsible. That's gross. That's skirting the line of being, I don't know, evil. She was a pastor's wife. How can you do that as a pastor's wife? Like, how can you do that as a pastor's wife? Like, I don't understand. That was like the start of, how do you do that as somebody in the church who says that they give a crap about people that they're talking about, like in James, that I don't know, like, I'm mixing up scriptures in the Bible, like how do you say, and I know there's ethical Christians in here, you're all welcome, you're an ethical Christian, you're welcome, you're an ethical human being, you're welcome, how do you listen to me and say, my husband's a pastor, I know there's people who are really struggling financially out there. My downline is saying, who knows this person really well, that this person is at or below the poverty line. But even though I claim to be a follower of Christ, and I claim that I care about human beings, I'm going to not listen that somebody who is pregnant, has a toddler at or below the poverty line, then use my 20 years of sales skills to convince them that buying $1,800 of inventory is going to be a financially healthy decision for them. How do you sleep peacefully at night? How do you sleep peacefully at night as a human being, but how do you then sleep peacefully at night as a Christian? I don't understand. I know there's ethical Christians in the chat. I know that there's ethical human beings in the chat. I don't get it. Like, it's a mind boggle. Like, that was like the start of the, I cannot trust you. I don't trust you to be on three-way calls. I don't trust you around any of my recruits. You're not a safe person to me. And then they'll say, well, that's their decision. I didn't hold a GUN to their head. They are the ones that had to, whatever. They're the ones that decided to do that. No, coercion is a thing. Being a good salesperson is a thing. Developing skills to talk someone into something is a thing. You talk about undue influence in older individuals. That is a thing. It also is a thing in younger people that's just not recognized legally. I'm getting worked up about it. It's just... that is something I regret. I regret that. That is something I regret. That's something somebody did. That's not something Mary Kay did. That's something a director in Mary Kay did. So when I say there's people doing shitty things in multi-level marketing companies, that's what I'm talking about. That's what also me giving access to somebody on my team to a director. That's something I did. And then waking up partly and saying, this is not okay. That was part of the wake up stuff. But that was a specific example of me saying, there's things that people are doing in multi-level marketing that they get to take ownership over that nobody would have found out about because there's nobody whistleblowing on them. Yeah, and you're welcome here if you're an ethical Christian. You're welcome here if you're an ethical, religious person. We're going to call out shit, though. And there's some twisty shit going on. Sorry, my hair is just... I'm going to have to braid it. Sorry. We're going to look at number 50. It's not going to be good. All right. We're going to look at her... The Biz... No, Hair Love. She does not have a very good social media, which is strange because she's 50 in the world. 50 in the entire world. Her social media is non-existent, essentially. So, this is from 5 years ago, 6 years ago. These are her highlights. We'll go through her feed very scarcely because she has some of her kids on here and we don't show kids generally. So these are older products. So she has some products. 4 years ago, she has these so people can look at them again. These are on her Instagram. Some of the new products they had, like sunscreen and stuff like that. These are old. I don't know how she's top 50. I have no idea. So she has The Biz. Again, this is number 50. Serena Warkentine, number 50 in the world. Not in the United States. She's from Alberta. Number 50 in the world. Mind-boggling. This is 2018, 6 years ago. She was at Monations 2025, number 50 in the world. We have the screenshot. She was called in the audience. In Canada, top 10 income earner, number 50 in the world. When we go to her posts, again, she does not really have anything updated. She has some stuff on Facebook, but again, she shows her kids a lot. We don't do that here. Yeah, I'll ask Julie Anderson. And again, Julie Anderson, let me link Julie. It's either J.A. or Julie Anderson. Or it's J.A. She does have Facebook, but I'm thinking she probably has a bunch of private Facebooks. So I just linked Julie Anderson's account. I know a bunch of y'all are probably already subscribed to Julie Anderson, but you can go click on her link. She was a big rank maker trainer, but she was also in Monat. She got out. She's a huge anti-MLM advocate. So okay. So that's number 50. We were going to watch a video. We're not getting slime tonight. I will link it for y'all. It's on YouTube. Trigger warning. Postpartum. There's a story. She uses her story of postpartum depression and how Monat pulled her out of that. I didn't want to watch that. I didn't want to be slimed tonight. I apologize. That was selfish of me. I have limited spoons because of this summer and recovering from surgeries and stuff. I don't have a lot of mental energy to give to that. I'm going to link it for y'all if you want to watch it. I will do a trigger warning. Let's see. No. Here we go. Life, trigger warning. Boost. Okay. All right. So I linked it for y'all if you want to watch it. That's for Serena Workentine. $50 in the world. Monat. All right. So here's the next person. And yes, I'm going to do a recorded video of me infiltrating Monat. I know some people hate that I gave money to Monat. I thought it valuable, especially since I didn't have to sign up for Monat to do it. I got valuable information. I learned valuable things about how big it was. The theater that Monat had their conference in could hold a little over 4,700 people from what I learned online. There were 3 tiers. The top 2 tiers, nobody was in it. The bottom tier was not filled up. So I'm thinking that maybe 28, maybe 29, 3,000 people came. Maybe 3,000 people came. Maybe. It was one of those theaters where a large portion of the seats were on the bottom. It had a low, you can see it if you go to my Instagram, which is Say Hello to DC. It was a low rise from the stage. Come on. I tried to show, like, you can kind of scrub through it. Different ones. It was a low rise towards me, and I panned through like this. It didn't go up. It was a very gentle slope, and then there was a tier and then another tier. So if there's 4,700 seats and maybe the next tier up held 800 and the next tier up, I mean maybe 600, the next tier above that held 600, 3,000 plus 3,000. Yeah. So I got a lot of good information, and anyways, so we're going to make a video. I'm going to give it to Ava to edit whenever she has time. All right, let's go to, this is Jen Ronziti. She is number 49 in the entire company. She is also a IFBB. Hold on. Let me get to her Instagram. She has 178,000 subscribers on Instagram. Let me just log in real quick. Ooh, is she gonna... Hold on. Please hold. Oh my God, Faith Drew. Sorry. I was being a jerk. Let me find, I'm trying to do this so I don't get... Let me do... Okay. Just give me a second. Sorry. All right. I don't think they did, because they had, the resort was nice. It was new. The staff was super friendly. It was in August, so I think there was a discount. That's what Jessica and Aaron were saying. I think that, in my opinion, they were trying to show out that they were doing better than they were, but the presentations for all the awards was shitty. I will say this. In Mary Kay, you learned how to give speeches. In Monat, it was lazy as hell. You had people talking on their phone, like reading their speeches from their phone. In Mary Kay, you had your podium, you were dressed in formal business attire, or you were in your gown. You either had your speech on the teleprompter, or you had your speech on the podium. You practiced it. You had your inflection down. The when people were getting their awards, you stood and clapped, then you sat down, then you stood and clapped, then you sat down. You did not leave before the entire event was over. The Mary Kay had the legal team came and did a whole skit in the Wizard of Oz themed for FTC violations and like what you could do legally. There was 5 different seminars because there were so many reps who came to the Dallas Convention Center, and it was huge. The way they presented people with their awards, there was a throne, there was like all the national sales directors learned to dance. In Monat, it was like, stand up if you got an award, sit down. It was just sloppy as hell. I don't know what the Urdanettas were doing. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, she does have good hair. She does, for sure. Sorry, I got distracted. So yeah. So she has 178,000 subscribers. I mean followers. And that's true, Michelle. That's such a good point. That's such a good point. Helping women grow longer, thicker, healthier hair, 2,300 plus clients, global. What just happened? My mouse. Okay. DM for hair consult, 9 times IFBB Pro Mega Fit Meals, Linktree, purchase posing sessions, all max code, Mega Fit Meals, sparkle bands. So there's nothing for Monat here. You have to DM her. This looks like a Zoom call. Or
I don't really have a plan for this, but I thought it would be better if we didn't have a plan and we just kind of chit-chat about a huge milestone that Jen has had. I'm in Florida. We're in her apartment. Crazy. How many days has it been now? I mean, I can hear Saturday. What is today? I don't even know what day.
oh, so we do have a Zoom call we can watch. That's cool. Like a live. That's nice. Okay. Hi, dither. All right, so we do have a kind of a Zoom call, but let's watch some of these. Let's watch some of the reels, and then we can watch that if y'all are cool with that. Drop a 1 if we're cool watching that. Yeah, so she's a IFBB Pro, so international. So she does bodybuilding. She does bikini competition. So you know how Aaron's coach does figure competitions, I think? Oh, it may be me. No, yeah, it echoes for sure. So we can, if y'all want to watch that, that's, I think that's for Monat. Let's see. Okay, music. So she's blowing her hair out as it's getting longer. I don't know why her hair's doing that, but what I got was way more than I bargained for. Is the breakage from extensions, though? Sorry. Can I just go to the next one? Yes, Susan. Why does she sell Monat? Because she makes a shit ton of money. She's number 49. This lady is number 49 in the entire company, which is wild. You know what I mean? Like, let me make myself thinner. Hold on. I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? Number 49 in the entire company. So, like, not just 49 on somebody's team, in the world. In Monat, in the world. Wild. Oh, yeah. No shame. Like, there's the Arnold and then there's IFBB, right? Oh! September 1st! We can gift memberships. We're gifting memberships right now. We're gifting memberships. Let's go. Oh. I'm gonna turn on monetization. I'm sorry. I gotta do some. Sorry. We're turning on it's gonna be 18 minutes though, which should be okay. Gifting memberships in 3, 2, 10 memberships coming in hot. I think. No. Wait, where's our memberships? No. Where's our memberships? It's September 1st, isn't it? Come on, dude. God dang it. Hold on. Please hold. Normally, every month we get to do memberships. And we did 10 the other day. But that was in August. You're ruining my life, YouTube. Start your poll. Okay, we'll just do it manually then. Oh, I know why. I'm in the wrong channel. My bad. Pause. Add. No. I live my life. Got him. Five coming in hot. I think. Unless everyone's a member already. Amanda, welcome. Welcome to Illyria, Melody, Lizzie Pooh, Kay, Amanda, and the ubiquitous they. 5 more coming in hot. Dadgummit. Llama Cat, Stephanie McKay, Ash Temp, Amy Cray, Tyler, welcome. Here is the Discord link. I'm going to do Welcome to Illyria, and then we will live our best lives as we continue to look at number 49. Welcome to Illyria.
Horatio Gold, Headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Welcome. The Discord link is in the chat. Discord is where we have conversations. Sometimes we watch things like cult documentaries and other fun things in October. It lets you know when I'm going live, stuff like that. So what she's saying is that the Monat is helping her damage grow and not break off, but it looks like all of that was damage from her extensions, but what do I know? Sorry. I have no idea. So people are wanting her info, so I don't know. So this is her IFBB stuff. And she does bikini competitions. She looks like she has great hair. I'm not doing the sound because I don't want to get blasted by YouTube. She has no comments on this one. This is from 3 hours ago. "12 hours ago. She's doing the same thing. I'm just wondering, is this damage from extensions? Has anyone ever done extensions? Let me see if I missed any memberships. Milestones. Okay, cool. Thank y'all for looking the stream. Membership gifting's completely random also, so if you didn't get one, I try to do it every month. Yeah, she only shows that new growth from one spot in her head. If y'all want, Abby Young is a great person to follow. I just linked her in the chat. These are her food stuff that she does.
Not seeing results like the results you see on my page, it's because you're doing it wrong. You are not using this duo. Our oil is unlike any other oil on the market. It contains no silicones and no waxes.
It doesn't matter.
Your oil cannot penetrate your hair shaft. It cannot penetrate your scalp. You are literally wasting your money and putting a band-aid on your hair. Our oil has molecules small enough to penetrate the scalp and penetrate the hair shaft, essentially moisturizing your hair all the way down to the cortex from the inside out. That is why you see amazing transformations with this oil. When you pair it with our thickening serum, you are going to get active ingredients like caffeine and melatonin that are going to wake up lazy and dormant hair follicles to help reduce shedding, reduce breakage, and promote thickness and density within 30 to 60 days. Also keeps your hair in the growth cycle phase longer. So if you are having trouble growing your hair long, this is going to be your hair and scalp.
Oh my God, just follow Abby Young.
The oil with the serum is going to be your secret weapon to get results. You've tried hair oiling in the past, but you're not.
Again, we are watching the number 49 in the world of Monat. Her name's Jen. I'm like, what's her name? Jen Ronzidi. Sorry, I don't want to get her name wrong. I'm not saying go out and target this person at all. I'm saying this is the number 49 top earner in Monat. There are 50 people who are at the top of the pyramids in Monat who are benefiting off of the financial sacrifices of their downline. They are miscommunicating, in my opinion, what the products of Monat does, and there are other products that do this for cheaper. You can find that from Abby Young, in my opinion. Okay, music. All right, I think we should watch the Zoom call. What do y'all think? Oh, this is from Monations. This is from Monations. This is a very much like cut up version. It was not like this. It looked like so big and busy. It was not like this. I'm just seeing if there's music on each one. These are the VIP people. This is not how it was. It might have been how it was for the camera. It was not how it was in real life. I'll tell you that. Sorry, my back is just like wrecking my life right now. It's interesting to have been there and then to see what they did for the camera. Like them doing and recording this just for the camera was wild. And they did this thing for the camera. Monat had them do this "we don't have extensions" shake, where they had the person recording the event where everyone shook their head right after someone was on stage who had extension ponytail that went all the way down to her knees basically and said, "Oh yeah, nobody has extensions in." And I mean, a lot of them had great hair. Also, a lot of them had great hair. I mean, she looks like she has great hair. And this is Jade Free was one of the top sellers as well. So, are y'all cool with watching this one? Oh, they were probably just joking around. Yeah, the outfit was cute.
I thought it would be better if we didn't have a plan and we just kind of chit-chat about a huge milestone that Jen has had.
I'm in Florida.
We're in her apartment. Crazy. How many days has it been now?
When did I get here? Saturday? What is today? I don't even know what day it is.
I think it's Wednesday. So
Is
it's
it?
probably your 5th day?
5th day? Yeah.
So 5 days now she's been in Florida.
Whoops.
And the only reason, here's the crazy part, is we'll back up in case some of you don't know, but this started how many years ago when you DM'd me?
I DM'd you January 2023 because I was struggling with my hair. And she came across my For You page. I kept seeing her beautiful hair all over the place. And I actually DM'd her. I slid into her DMs and I was like, okay, tell me what you're using. I want it. You know, I didn't mention anything about working the business, and I was praying. I was literally crossing my fingers that she would be like, hey,
"Oh my God!"
Sell it? So I was just, you know, I just wanted to fix my. Sorry, that's Olive. I just wanted to fix my hair, and you sent me recommendations, and then I ghosted her,
which was fine because I knew that wasn't gonna last long. But you did ghost me, and then finally tried the products. Yeah. So that's what's crazy, is that this is what started this whole thing. It was just her trying the products, and then it was not even 2 weeks.
That's Jade Free, I think.
Yeah, and I knew for the first 2 washes that I really wanted to sell it, but I was scared to reach out to you and ask you about the business.
Yeah,
knowing that I had a pretty decent following, so I was just like, I'll kind of sit on it for a hot second.
Which is completely normal though. Most people do not come into this business super excited. You're skeptical, you're scared, you have your objections that you're worried about. And so she had felt the same way. But what's crazy is that I think once you get into it and you start feeling the support and the community.
Let me just download this real quick because I'm sure they're going to delete something. Hold on. You know, I don't like. Just want to. No. I'm just downloading it real quick, just so we have it. Are they in a fully furnished cavern? Of course. It's a blaze. It's a blaze cavern. So many things annoy the crap out of me with their scripting, but two main ones are the business and I'm partnering with a company. Yep.
So we don't really have a plan for this, but I thought it would be better if we didn't have a plan and we just kind of chit-chat.
Where's the download?
About a huge milestone that Jen.
Okay. We have the video now, delightful, just in case. And then I need to fix my... Let me just fix this real quick because it's messed up from when we were doing... Let me just delete all this. Just give me a second. Delete. Delete. My God. Delete. Oh my God. Well, welcome to my life. What is this? Delete. Oh, dear God. Why am I upside down? Hello, subscribe to my channel. I'm a professional. Hello? Look the stream, it tastes like an even number, but we're so close to 50. Camera effects. Does anyone know why I'm upside down right now? Because I don't. Hello? I guess we're just gonna have to delete this. This is not what I want. Okay, we're good. Me and reaction. Thank you for your patience while I figure out my life. Secondary? No. All right. There we go. Good enough. All right.
You kind of see the vision of like, oh my gosh, this could actually be something that could change my life financially, or just your outlook on maybe like what you want out of life, because we do start having an opportunity to travel.
Correct.
And we start seeing like each other in person.
Okay, we got the lights. We got the lights. Yes. Oh my God.
Well, we're moving on now.
Crooked. Okay. Okay, I've muted everything else. Thank you. Let's try again.
Well, we're moving on now.
I got it. I fixed it. Alright, we're good to go. I fixed it. Because I created a new scene, I had to fix it. Yay, thank you so much. Thank you for being a member. We do a lot of members only streams, so if you want more member streams where you can craft and like have a huge long stream, it's worth it. I think. I hope it's worth it. I muted everything. Sorry about that. Thank you. Let's see. Yes, it's messy. No. Leave me alone. Okay. Let me live my life. There we go. Now we can celebrate together. Oh, that's what's wrong. We don't have enough lights on. What? Why is everything gray? No, something updated. Now everything looks different. No. Sadness. Alright, let's go. Yes. Phew. Alright.
And like, it's just crazy we wouldn't even know each other if it weren't for this.
Well, that's the crazy thing is that when I started my business, so I started the products mid-January, started the business end of January 2023. We had gone on a trip together we went to Vegas. And then by, I think it was July, you were like, just come and visit me.
Just come stay at my house.
I'm a stranger, like, yes, I'm your like business partner, but like we had a lot of like similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
We both competed in the IFBB, in the bikini division. We never crossed paths because she stopped before I started, but we just felt like we knew each other and like each other's background and struggles, and we have it's like same but different fonts.
Yeah. So it is crazy though, because we didn't know each other from that. We met each other through the business, and I think that, I don't know, from the outside looking in, it's just hard to see like the connections in the community and the support, because our group of girls that we have that are either from this area or that live in this area have been so supportive and wanted you to be here too. Just like seeing, because we love being around each other. It's like the best part. But the depth of it though is that it's scary to do something like that. And a lot of people, I want to say your age, but like, you know, even in your 30s, like I'm 32, so we're almost 10 years apart. But you kind of feel like you missed your opportunity to maybe do something big, like move.
I don't want to say your age, but like we're almost 10 years apart. You, Jade. Jade's a top. This lady right here is a top seller.
I don't want to tell anybody your age, but I'm gonna let everybody know that I'm 10 years younger than you, and I feel so much better about that because you're old as shit. Okay? Look at her face. Jade, I roll of a lifetime. You didn't have to say that. Are you kidding me? But they're totally good friends. They're such good friends. They're besties in Monat. They're so good friends. Baby snack for both of y'all. You chicken nugget. You chicken nugget. I hope this works. Is it gonna work? Why are you not working? Let me live my life. Why are you not working? Shit. My God. Nothing works on my frickin' Stream Deck. My God. Did y'all read that too?
Y'all read that too, right? I'm not going to tell anybody your age, but I just can't help that I'm 10 years younger than you. Did that give y'all the same vibe? like, doesn't she look like just so low? I'm pissed off. It is a privilege to get to age. It's a fucking privilege. It's a privilege to get to age. Bye, Oz. Good to see you. I'm almost 40. I mean, it's a privilege. It's a privilege.
Or like have a fresh start or start over and do something that you haven't done yet. And the truth of the matter is that it's not too late. Like, you haven't missed that opportunity. Even me, I feel like we moved back to my hometown only because of Monat. Like, if it were not for this opportunity, we would not have been able to do that. And you would not be doing this either.
No, and the move got orchestrated pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was like within
Lizzie Poo.
Like
a month.
But yeah.
I think like really all the wheels started turning 3 weeks before my flight on Saturday.
Yep.
That's when I like was like, okay, I'm doing it. I called her and she was like, wait, for real this time? Because like I've loved this area. I'm pretty much here almost every other month, if not every 2 months, visiting and hanging out and seeing the beaches and just spending time with Jade and her family. But yeah, like I was just finally like beginning of May, I was like, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I was like, if there is no better time to do it, it would be now. Only because, you know, I'm 43. I don't have anything, I don't want to say tying me down, but I don't have a family of my own. You know, my family, my parents are back in Maryland. But my only responsibility right now is to myself and my dog. And
yes, Foon.
I just didn't think that there would be any better time than to do it now while I do have that kind of window in my life. And I was on month to month with my lease back in Maryland, so I wasn't going to have to break a lease. And this beautiful apartment, this whole apartment building just got built end of last year. And I was just like, well, I might as well just like pull the trigger, you know, worst case scenario, if I don't like it, I can always go back. But I'm like, I'm spending enough on
coming back and forth
and saying, man, what would it be like to move to the beach? And so I was just like, well.
And Monat, I mean, this is the crazy thing, is that I think that people don't really understand like
FTC violation.
What an incredible opportunity this can be. And
FTC violation.
Anything as small as like making an extra $500 a month, but what it can turn into is like literally being able to financially support a huge decision like moving or
full-time income.
FTC violation. Can the FTC come to the front of the grocery store? Can the FTC come to the front of the grocery store? We have Jade Free and Jen Ronziti. We have Jade Free and Jen Ronziti here for you to have a conversation with them in a very echoey room. Thank you. I need my Lego phone. I need my faux Lego phone. My God. Are they filming in like 0.8 or 0.6? I don't know. It's so good, right? I should have put them on the cover. Jade Free is top. We're going to get to do a video on Jade Free. Jade Free has tons of social. Lizzie Poo. Y'all's commentary's great tonight. Dude, next project. Well, we're going to fill this. I'm looking for a plant. that needs a loving home. And then we need to figure out how to make a sign. I wish I knew how to weld, like make my own LED sign, but I don't have any tools. Yes, non-scammy jobs will pay relocation costs. I wish I knew how to do one of those. All right, let's go.
I'm paying off debt or plus, yeah. So again, like us moving here was a pay cut for my husband because he was switching territories at the time he was still working in corporate. And without Monat, we would not have been able to come here.
If it's huge, I would love it.
It's expensive. Like you can either you have several options.
I'm going for like treehouse hobbit hole vibe. Had a baby with a library. That's what I'm going for. Which I guess is like an oxymoron, but that's what I'm wanting. A treehouse hobbit hole vibe had a baby with a library, and then a craft room exploded in an organized way. Is that you know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I can make an LED sign with cardboard. Okay. Team. Members only. Corporate. I wish we didn't live. Oh my god. Coconuts. A spider plant? See, I used to have so many good plants. I can't cry tonight. I cannot cry tonight. Elephant ears.
During a move to make it more convenient, less convenient. But I mean, it wouldn't have been able to happen if it weren't without this.
No.
Which is crazy.
No. And even towards the end, when I was trying to coordinate the rest of the move, I had told her, I was like, I'm gonna just drive down with Olive.
No. I was like, no.
I'm just gonna drive down with Olive. And she was like, no, you're not driving by yourself. And honestly, like, even now, after 2 years of being in the business, and having that mindset of like, this is why I work so hard, this is why I do what I do, because I can just call a car shipper and be like, can you ship my car? This is last minute, have to pay the last minute fees.
Yep.
And take that stress off your plate. And you know, money isn't everything, but money allows you the ability to make your life easier.
Yeah.
And that's like that.
Here's the issue though. Here's the issue. They're going to say this to their downline. Oh, but this will make it easier. Just hire an assistant. It'll free up your time. If you don't have the money to do that though, it's going to put you in a financially precarious position. If you don't do that profit and loss statement, if you don't do all those things, you're going to say, "Oh yeah, it does make my life easier." But then do you have the money to actually do that? Jade Free is telling Jen Ronziti, "Oh, just ship your car." Does Jen have the money to do that? If Jen doesn't, Jen's fucked. And Jade, I'm pretty sure this is Jade. I gotta look it up. I'm probably saying Jade this whole time, and it's not Jade. Hold on. Jade Free. I hope that's Jade Free. It's Jade. Yeah, they're besties. It's Jade. I was right. Yeah, it's Jade. We're gonna look at Jade. Jade's further up the food chain. Jade has a ton of top leaders underneath her. Yeah, I mean, like, if you have the money and it helps you and it doesn't put you in a financially precarious spot and it doesn't endanger your family to spend it, or it doesn't endanger you to spend it, okay, I understand that. Also, as I'm looking at this fork, do you remember in Ariel the cartoon when she was using the fork to brush her hair? Did that actually happen, or am I forget? Did that not actually happen? That's all I can think about.
The goal of this move wasn't for me to pack a U-Haul.
No.
I wasn't going to do that. I was like, if this move's happening, I wanted to be able to pay someone to just pack everything for me, put it all in boxes, and wait for it to come. Like, obviously, my apartment is completely empty.
And it's so beautiful.
She supplies the air mattress. But, yeah.
Okay.
That was the beauty.
A single hopper.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have done it with this business, knowing that I could just pull the trigger, sign a lease, and do all of that within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, my head was spinning.
I think it's huge though. Again, going back to like, okay, you're 43 and basically just hit the reset button, moving here, which is huge.
Yeah.
And it's scary, but it's huge, and you have all the support from all.
So Jen on the left is unattached, single, moved to where Jade is. Jade and Jen are besties. Jade's husband took a pay cut to move to wherever Jade lives. I think Jade's husband ended up quitting his job because Jade makes all the big bucks in Monat. Jade, I don't think, is an SED. I don't remember. But I don't know if Jade's husband has quit his job yet. If Jen did the full pack up my stuff and then come and unpack my stuff, that's expensive. It's like $20,000. Maybe a little bit less if your apartment's smaller. What? A Hobbit jade plant? Stop. Do y'all want to see the picture of it? Oh my god. I don't. Okay. We're Squirrel Trail. Subscribe. Just kidding. Squirrel Trail. This is a Hobbit jade plant. It couldn't have been more perfect. Hobbit jade plant? How did you know? I doubled up since you couldn't really see the night lights over there. I doubled up the night lights over here, and the amount of sparkles, I'm digging it. I really am.
But then also what's cool is that there is a...
If you've looked up a Silvery and Pothos, they look, in the light, they look like they have silver. They look reflective, like if you've seen people with reflective vests on them, they look like they have silver on them. It's really beautiful.
That don't live here. And we are just like very close with one another. Like life is crazy, and people say like, oh, it takes a village to raise kids. I feel like it just takes a village to get through life in general. So without having that community and support, it's just like things that happen day to day is something as small as like your dog being sick or your kids being sick or whatever it is, having people behind you. And then also what, like when you were coming out of your whole fitness career, you know, like that was like a whole other milestone adjustment.
Yeah, coming out of, so as I was joining Monat, I was still like coming out of like fitness, be it competing, coaching, all the things. And you know, it was a struggle for me because I was trying to figure out who I was outside of competing, because for 10 years all I knew was eat, sleep, dieting, and coaching, and I didn't necessarily want to do that anymore because I felt like my identity was wrapped into fitness.
Yeah.
And so when I stepped off stage and I had that feeling that I don't think I'm going to get back on stage, I was like, who is Jen? I was like, all of it was wrapped into fitness, and that's kind of why I started with Monat, because I was like, well, maybe this is something else that I can do that isn't focused on what I ate or what I looked like or how I trained. Like it kind of removed a little bit of that from my everyday
My lights
life.
are off.
It allowed me mentally.
What am I doing with my life?
Because I was a little.
Well, so back to the Vegas trip though. Do you remember what
Oh my
emotional
god, I'm an idiot.
moment that was? Like when you came up to me and you were like, this is the
very
first time that you had traveled like without a food scale, which I feel like is so relatable to so many people, because a lot of people are, you know, not just in fitness but competing, and it was relatable to me because that was like several years of my life too before becoming a mom. So like Monat has literally like broken barriers for you with.
Monat fixed my eating disorder? Is that what they're saying? Is that what they're saying? Monat fixed... I'm not an eating disorder, but like fix my rigidity because of, I wouldn't say it's an eating disorder because of IFBB, but I didn't mean to say that. Doing IFBB does not mean you have an eating disorder at all. I didn't mean to say that. My brain was going in a certain direction. If you're traveling with a food scale, if you're not in prep, I would pose the question, I might be concerned. I might be concerned. I might say, hey, maybe we need to have a conversation with a registered dietitian. I might say, you're making a stretch here. They're making a stretch that Monat fixed something because they saw it as something to fix. They are the ones stretching Monat's power in breaking something that they saw needed to be broken, which I find frustrating. I hope they're not implying that. I hope they're not implying that. I brush it. It's probably genetics, I don't know. It's probably genetics because I've been chronically ill for the past, 5 years, so there's no... If you want good tips, it's probably Abby Young, not me. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Monat either.
Your lifestyle, feeling like freedom again, being able to travel and still be mindful of whatever, but like not being able to, or being able to travel and not having a food scale and feeling like your whole world is revolved around like
it's not Monat.
Refrigerator, eating, weighing all your food out and all that craziness, which is also relatable to being a mom. I feel like you become a mom and you're like, oh my gosh, like, which is kind of what my situation was. Like,
the thing is,
I don't know who I am.
I think we can all genuinely say, someone could look at their hair and say their hair looks good. Mine looks like shit right now. I've been painting and like hanging shit all day. I think we can say, wow, I can see how someone looks at Jade's hair and Jen's hair and says, wow, I think your hair looks great. It looks shiny. It's curly. They did it. It looks great. Their makeup's done. They're very aesthetically like societally, I don't know, acceptable, whatever. When you follow the directions on your shampoo and conditioner, I would pose that you can get your hair to do this. I think when people in Monat are following the directions on their shampoo and conditioner, all of a sudden, their hair is doing what it's supposed to do, i.e., grow. Like, you're shampooing your scalp twice. You're exfoliating. You're getting the buildup off, and then you're conditioning it, and then you're letting it air dry. Sometimes you're putting in the air dry stuff, and then you're putting oil on it when it's still wet, which is what Abby Young recommends. And then maybe you're putting in whatever the fortifying stuff that Abby Young recommends. Like, they're doing things they weren't doing before, Is it the Monat products, or is it washing their hair correctly? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Is it them trying to protect their hair as much as possible so they can sell products? Like, I'm not sure. Like the coconut, that coconut mist that that Abby Young. Here, I'll be right back. Please hold. This could end in a disaster. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm not going to put my earphones on. I have not brushed my hair today, okay? Yay! We gave away 10 memberships, and then someone gave away memberships earlier. I mean, the other day. I'm just getting the knots out. I'm just showing all. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna put the oil in. I'm just, I like to get a little bit of the brush first so that the oil will go through a little bit better. So I'm not brushing like, I know it sounds like I'm ripping it through. It's not as ripping as it sounds. It sounds more like it. I know it looks, I can see the sound that it's making. I'm going to do 2 sprays of this. That's why I brought, this is the stuff. This is the coconut oil hydrating mist. And that's my gray hair. So like I'm putting more pressure on now. Like I'm going through my hair and I'm dragging my I'm gonna wash my hair soon, but like I'm just pulling the coconut oil through with my boar bristle brush. But like, you see how dry it looked before? Well, maybe it still does look dry, but it like doesn't, it doesn't look as dry as it did before. Oh, I'm not doing Monat. I don't like Monat. I don't like multi-level marketing companies. I like Abby Young. So. But like, because of my chronic shit, I get like a little bit of So what I've been doing differently now is if I do detangling stuff, I do it after I get out of the shower, and then if I do need to do oil, I do it now. I'm just showing y'all, like, my hair can look more moisturized, because I think y'all saw how dry it looked before. I only asked the barber to take off like 2 inches, but it needs like more inches off. I'm just going like this to work the knot out, if that makes sense. So I'm not like ripping it through, I'm just... But like, yeah, for sure, it's dry. But normally I sleep with it with, because of my back stuff, when I went under anesthesia, I haven't been sleeping with my, normally I sleep with like a silk bonnet on, and I haven't. So it's dry. Anyways. This doesn't go through my hair. That's why I have the other brush. But normally, I just part it and then I'll brush through, because the boar bristle one kind of like makes it look shinier. I know that sounds making everyone cringe. Anyways, but like, this is several... Yeah, silk pillowcase works too. With how hot it is here, I like having my hair off my neck. So, anyways. So, that's just like, it's a little bit softer from the spray, and that's from a recommendation from Abby Young, and she's a trichologist here on YouTube. Anyways, you can, and that's from the drugstore. That's from like, you can get it at Walgreens, and has a whole range of different prices. And the stuff from Monat, all the prices that are worked in are for paying out the commissions of all of the uplines. It's not something where yeah, we get it. They're saying that the reps are the salespeople. That's not exactly how it works, because they are still paying for SEO. They're still paying for people when they're looking for Monat. The website's still coming up. They're saying that there's no advertising necessarily being paid, and maybe that's a misunderstanding from the reps. There is advertising being paid out. Not all the money is being saved. I put my hair in a pineapple. I love that. I love it. All right, let's finish this.
Outside of just being Maverick and Memphi's mom, which are my kids. So this business can do huge things in your life as far as that. Like you, all the way back to that, which was over 2 years ago. That's crazy to me.
Well, and that's like, as I look back on my life, like 2 years ago and fast forward to now, if you would have told me 2 years ago, oh, by the way, you're going to no longer need to coach fitness clients. You're no longer going to...
It's crazy. It's like a huge blessing.
That.
And yeah.
And it can happen so quickly. So like you can be a slow...
You can't say that.
...business where, you do it on the side and you're kind of doing that with your full-time business. But for me, like I'm a competitor at heart. I'm a 0 to 100 personality. I'm like, all right, let's get this thing going.
Yeah.
And my goal was to... replace some of my training clients, and within a few months, I was replacing almost my entire training income.
It's crazy.
And by the end of the year, I was making more than I was in my training income.
You can't say that.
And then my second year, obviously, we almost doubled that. So, don't ever think that it can't be you, because I thought when I first started this, and I remember having the conversation with her, I was like, well, I'm in fitness. I don't know how to sell hair products.
Right.
I was like, I know nothing about hair. My hair's in a bun. It's in dry shampoo. It's a mess. And no matter what you do or who you are, there is always a way of fitting this business in with what you were currently doing, whether it's being a stay-at-home mom, whether it's being a fitness coach. We have nurses on our team. We have hairstylists.
Appeal to authority.
Obviously, those go hand in hand, but neither of us are hairstylists.
Right, and the ratio is
appeal
so
to authority.
Far now with who is a hairstylist. There's way more people who don't have cosmetology background or have ever done hair or anything even related to it that do this, because it's crazy. I think once you start doing it, the most common thing is oh my gosh, I don't realize how much people actually talk.
What is the appeal to authority fallacy or illegitimate authority? Arguing that something must be true because a famous person said it, even if they aren't really an expert on the matter. For example, a celebrity raves about an MLM product, so it must be a golden ticket to success. When someone says oh, we have nurses on our team, oh, we have lawyers on our team, oh, we have hairstylists on our team, oh, whatever, to give Monat some type of credibility, appeal to authority. No thanks. It doesn't give Monat any type of credibility. Oh, we have these people on our team, you can trust us. Oh, we have these people on our team, that validates Jen's claim that you can make money. They're not giving any income disclaimers. They're not any income disclosures. That's an FTC violation. Do they give a shit? We don't know. I don't think so.
Bring up gosh, I've been dealing with breakage, I've been doing this. So just knowing that is just not even what do you call it, breaking the iceberg or whatever, but it's that's a little piece of it that I think people start to realize oh my gosh, this is what I can do for work.
Oh my God.
Other women gain their confidence back with their hair, because you were having crazy hair loss.
Yeah.
When you contacted me.
Because of extensions, no?
Later, your hair has grown back, but your life is completely different. Completely different.
Can I just ask a question? Is anyone doing bodybuilding competitions in the chat? Or anyone know about bodybuilding competitions? Because if you're doing if you're doing, from what I understand, when you are doing bodybuilding competitions, sometimes if you're working with a coach, if you're doing it in a very restricted way, or if you're doing it if you're doing it at a high level, which she was, there can be a ton of stress on your body. If there's a combination of a ton of stress, and if you're not waiting enough time between competitions or within a competition season, the rotation of foods, it can cause a ton of stress on your hair. Plus, with the bikini class itself, the hair is a big deal. So extensions are a big deal. I'm wondering if the combination of the restriction of the food, if it was a perfect storm of hair loss with the food restriction and the extensions, and her stopping it 2 years ago, if her hair started to grow back because she started eating food again. I don't know. I have no idea. I wonder if Susan would have something to say about that. I wonder if maybe I'll ask Erin.
The crazy part, and that's like what gets me really emotional, is that, you know, like the whole trend right now, the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
It's like, had I not started losing my hair, had I not reached out to her to start addressing my hair care and then doing the business, I wouldn't be here in your Florida.
In Florida, sitting in her apartment right now.
But also, like, on like the friend side of it, I wouldn't have her as a friend, and she has gotten me through some really, really challenging times, and I don't show a lot of it I don't show any of it on social media, but like the past like 2.5 years of mine have been
stress,
super challenging on the personal side. Business wise, thriving. Personal side, you know.
Okay.
It's been ups and downs and relationship stuff that have just literally
did Monat fix
to the core, and
maybe I'm crazy.
Kind of like the solid.
Maybe I'm crazy
in my life. What, be it business, be it being a best friend.
Oh my God, I was in Top Chat.
100% can do this business with your best friend, and I think honestly that makes this business work so much better because we can talk to each other in a more real way.
Yeah.
And you know, we didn't have that before we started this business.
Oh my God.
I mean,
I think though, if you would have not done it, because like you said, like social media is always going to be what people want to show you, and I think a lot of people forget that. Like, we know it, but we forget it. So we look at other people and we're like, oh my gosh, like, look at the way that they're living and they're always so happy, and it's like, actually, what you've been going through.
That is very common in
a lot. So
prep.
And the excuse, I think, for a lot of us too is like, even when I started, I was like, oh well, like, I have too much going on right now, it's not a good time. Like, the truth is that you haven't had a good time in the last 2.5 years to have started this business. It's true though. No. And so if you would have said that, you still wouldn't be doing this business, is my point. Like, you still would be like, and honestly, same for me. I'm like, I have 2 kids. I literally don't stop. And whether you have kids or not,
or your kids
life is not going to stop. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, everything's great, everything's aligned, like, now is a perfect time for me to add something to my plate. Because if we're being honest, like, the reality is you are adding something to your plate. But adding this to your plate could remove how many things. Like, there's girls on our team who have literally paid their debt off, who have quit their second job.
You can't say that.
To replace maybe a car that was breaking down, being able to move, being able to, like, whatever it is that you think that you need right now, I can promise you that Monat could be the vehicle to give that to you.
Are you? This is mind-boggling to me. How do people How are people able to get to the top of multi-level marketing and break every single rule without getting in trouble? Oh, DC, you're just jealous. No, I don't understand how nobody gives a crap about somebody being able to say whatever they want and get to the top. How do the Urdanettas not care that Jade can say whatever she wants and get to the top? Is it because she can convince people in her downline to continue to buy? Is it because the Urdanettas have never heard her say this? Is it because compliance has never heard her say this? Is there even a compliance hotline? Monat compliance. How do I contact Monat compliance? Last revised May 30th, 2025. How do I contact Monat compliance? Oh, great. There's no way to email. Where? Oh my God. There's no way to contact Monat compliance. MP Care USA Monat Global. Oh, compliancemonatglobal.com. Huh? This site cannot be reached. What? Email the compliance department directly at what? compliance@monatglobal.com? Am I just allowed to call them on stream at some point? Is that illegal? Would I get in trouble for that?
So just remember that when you're looking at other people's lives, and especially if they're running a business, I think that that's something that's hard, is like, you can't, there's a time and a place, but like, more so you're here to serve people and run your business. So like when you have bad days, sometimes it's like, well, I honestly can't have a bad day right now. I have work and business that I need to do. It's not about me. I need to pour my heart out and help people that are depending on me, whether it's
you're depending on them
or if it's a client that needs something from you. And so you can't just always show those things, I guess is my point. That more so people that are running a business through here, you kind of have to put that on the back burner sometimes.
But also, you, even if you are having all the kids, all the emotional stuff, relationships, issues, whatever, don't let that be your excuse as to not do it. Because I can tell you personally, there have been times where I bawled my eyes out, wet my tears, fixed my makeup, got on stories, good morning. And you know, like, you have to, like, if you were
Am I allowed to stream a compliance call?
9 to 5, and if you had X amount of days that you were allowed paid leave or whatever, like, you wouldn't use those because you're having a bad day, or you're crying, or your boyfriend broke up with you, whatever it is.
Right.
So you,
no, I'm
you
not.
The same thing.
If you approach it like that, and I'm like, okay, if I can turn my
I am
switch
not
on
allowed to.
for
Cool.
X amount of time, right? I can turn it off, and then I can go back to crying or be miserable.
I cannot stream a compliance call, but I can let y'all know what I talk about.
And finding ways of serving other people, I found out that I wasn't sitting in my own, like, I don't want to say misery.
Like sulking?
I wasn't sulking as long. So, like, you're like, well, I gave myself 5.
I could stream my side of the compliance call, though, if I muted their side, right?
I cried it out, called her, said, hey, I'm having a spiral.
Oops, sorry.
Can you help pull me out of a spiral? And then you go about your day, and honestly, like, what's going on in your life obviously is
good point,
on your shoulders, but it's not all consuming because you have your focus somewhere else. And I think honestly, that's where like this business is like the biggest blessing, because it teaches you how to pivot and move and expand your bandwidth.
Yep.
Because I look at her bandwidth and I'm like, I don't.
It's
like
a lot.
The kids and like the team that she has and all the things that she has going on, but she's able to do it. And the beautiful thing is it's teachable.
But she has a nanny.
Expand your bandwidth, and she's teaching me how to do that. And I mean, I orchestrated a whole move in 3 weeks, and no one knew.
Because you got someone to pack your shit.
Or anything.
I can stream both sides.
So even if you think you don't have time or the energy or
okay.
the bandwidth or the mind, whatever, I promise you do. And if you find it, you will figure out a way to pick at it and make it bigger.
Yeah.
And like, what can I do? Challenge yourself. And the people that really find that in themselves are the ones that are very successful in this business and kind of roll with the punches. Like, all right,
no,
let's keep going.
But it turns into that quickly though, because I feel like even a lot of people that I chat with that have those hesitations of like, I have too much going on. Once you like click the button, the crazy thing is that there's nothing that you have to do. That's the best part. You don't have to do anything, but all of a sudden, like,
that's cool.
Somebody flips the switch and then they're like, wait, this is actually like really motivating. Now I'm like really excited to help other people, and now I have the ability to help someone how you help me. Because a lot of people start by using the products first, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I want to do this too. But I think though that it does start with the objections. Everybody starts that way. So if you feel that way, like you're not the only one that feels that way, I promise you. And then the trend is that once you actually do it, then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, now I do want to learn how to make money and help people with their hair and so on and so forth. So,
and the confidence that we've seen with the girls on our team, even in myself, but the girls on our team didn't want to sell or was scared to go on social media because they've never done the whole social media thing. Like, they didn't start out running out the gate. They started out kind of like dipping their toes in, and in doing so and helping their girls and coming from a service mindset and seeing their girls win, that gave
Are
them
they
even
winning?
more confidence to keep going.
I don't give a crap about confidence. Are they making money? Oh my god, they're so confident and their hair is growing and it's so shiny. Are they making money? Are they making money? Huh? What? Are they? That's the one I want to know. Oh, but they're so confident they're making friends. I don't care. Are they making money? That's what I want to know. How many times have we seen people in multi-level marketing and they say, oh my god, they're winning. What does winning mean? Oh, they're making friends. They're more confident. Their hair looks great. They're healthier. Look how much weight they've lost. How much money are they making? They'll never tell you. Randomly, they'll say, oh, they're a car earner. How much money are they making? Are they able to make the car payment every month? Are they doing enough volume so that the company's making the car payment for them? Because sometimes they're not doing enough volume so that the company pays the car payment. Sometimes the person is making the car payment. That's not fun. Sure is not.
Pushing harder and try to help everybody and anyone.
Because I can hook my phone up to my soundboard and y'all can hear the Bluetooth, the call, and I can have my voice come through here and I could be talking to them and y'all can hear the phone call.
Yeah. And the growth that you see of the people in this business that really embrace it.
Yeah, and embrace it.
Like, the growth is just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm thinking like Haley off the top of my head, Lauren, and like, you know, the girls that are up and coming that are getting into leadership roles. They were the ones that are like,
not for me.
Not for me. Like, I just want it for the discount. And I mean,
not worth it.
You know, yeah. So
not worth it?
There's just many, many different opportunities and don't ever think that like you can't do something like this just because you don't know anything about hair. I mean, okay, if I'm being honest, this is the extent of our hair styling skills.
Dude, I can't even braid. Well, I can braid Nempy's hair, but outside of that, that's pretty much it.
No, I can't do those cute hairstyles on Instagram. Like I try them and I'm like, this is not the same. And really, you don't need to know.
No, you learn so much. Yeah, you learn so much just by the repetition of like, there's only so many things that you do over and over and over again, and the systems that we have in place are so duplicatable that it's literally like copy paste. Like your system, your methods, your knowledge, like everything we have, we literally copy paste it to you. We teach you everything. We show you everything.
Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask live chat. Let me ask replay crew something. Do y'all think that Jen, the lady on the left, is successful in Monat because of how she looks and how her hair looks? And maybe because of her social media following. She has 178,000 Instagram followers. And I will say this, Serena, number 50, because Jen's number 49 in the entire world of Monat. Serena's number 50 in the entire world of Monat. Serena does not have a big social media following, but she's number 50. Jen is number 49, and she does have a big social media following. Do we think that Jen is number 49 because of her aesthetics, her hair? More vague and measurable criteria that doesn't pay the bills and where the goalposts always move. Lady Mitersaw? Indeed. Liz says yes. David says, yep. David, your dog looks so much like Caspian. David, am I supposed to pronounce your name David? Have I been butchering your name too?
I knew nothing when I started, and
oh, that's a lie.
The knowledge and the confidence that I've gained, I think that you don't realize until you start doing it, but like pouring into other people and helping other people will make you shift.
Thanks,
like,
I'll avoid the mono.
It's just empowering.
Yeah.
Because you're like, ooh, I know this and I can do this, and I mean,
she knows.
I just can't say.
She knows what she's been doing. Jen, the lady on the left, she's been an IFBB. She was an IFBB pro. She was that for 10 years. She knows how to do her hair. She's been getting her hair done before each show. She knows. Oh my God, they know how to do their hair.
Good things. And like I said, like my life is
completely different.
I'm in Florida.
And it's not ever too late though. Like it's the biggest thing. That you should never feel like you've like missed your window to do anything in life.
And
sorry, I'm yawning. I did a lot of stuff today.
Thing that you have to get in early or on the
ground
floor.
I didn't even, not true.
No, not at all.
Haley started a year ago. You started, 2 years ago?
Yeah, and you can blow past people that have been in the business for like
that
10
doesn't
years,
mean it's not a pyramid scheme.
And, you know, we have such a small but like powerful knit team that no matter where you're coming from or the reservations you have or maybe your background, maybe you're, you know, I keep going back to nurse because that's what pops in my head, a fitness influencer, whatever. We have so many girls on our team that we could hook you up with or ask questions and help each other. Like this isn't kind of like this perfect example. This isn't like competing. And that's why I was scared of it at first because I'm like, I'm so used to it's just me. Like I've got this. Right. But
she said earlier on in this live that she loves competing and that she was ready to get in and compete and get things done, and now she's saying that she isn't about competing and that it is a team whatever perspective. Which one is it? Which one is it?
At the point in this business, probably like 3 weeks in, I was like, I don't got this.
Yeah. And then like we're here to help,
and she helped, and it's almost it is better to do a teamwork, because you can't do this all on your own. And when you lean into your network and your girls and your team, that's actually when everything starts to thrive. And when I got to know everybody and, you know, just learning everyone, coming to Florida, seeing them, it was almost like this pull coming to Florida. And that was like quote unquote my security blanket. If I had known no one here,
I put the accent there after a certain MLMer named.
Right.
Oh, David showed up. Okay.
But now you're here. But now I'm here. You know, and that's just a testament to how beautiful this community is, and like especially our team. Like our team in general. Like we're just such a close knit team that everybody was rooting for me. Everybody's been asking when I was gonna move, and like I don't know. It's just been. It's been overwhelming
for sure.
To see the amount of support, and
Love
that
bombing.
honestly was one of my biggest goals, like to come here. It wasn't, again, Florida's beautiful, the beaches are great. But what I was truly missing from Maryland was a community of women and support that I needed, because I kept finding myself flying here for that support, and you don't realize, and maybe you do, but I didn't realize how important it was to have a community of women to be able to talk to. Hey, I want to get coffee, or I want to go run, and let's do a Target run. You know, like, and we're two totally different ages. We also I have no kids. She has kids. Like,
who cares?
We don't have the same exact lifestyle. The only thing that's the same is the business, and we love fitness. But it's just
everybody fits in though. Everybody is so different. Age, career, background.
Do y'all care about that?
Don't live here. I swear we feel like we are connected, and we have like trips and things that we get to see each other, and we do like little retreats and things like that. And it's like every time we see each other, it's not like we're like trying to get caught up. Like we're already so tied into each other's lives because we are each other's support system. So even if you were to join today, like I feel like immediately people are like, oh my gosh, like I feel so welcomed. I can't wait to actually meet you guys in person.
I think this is bandwagon fallacy. What do y'all think?
Kind of starts to get familiar.
I think this is bandwagon fallacy for sure. What do y'all think? Maybe it's not. We'll keep going.
Each other, and everybody's so helpful. So if you feel like, oh gosh, because you're like watching us and you feel like, well, maybe now I'm too late, because like everybody that joins fits in perfectly, and everybody brings their own like special thing to our team, and we all have different strengths. And again, like even people that don't live here. I mean, we literally have girls on our team in different countries that when we see them, it's like we
don't miss a beat.
No, we haven't skipped a beat at all. So if you have been wondering about the business, I would really encourage you to just even reach out and ask questions, because that's what I did, and that was what she did, and that's kind of where it gets started. That like if you have hesitation,
it's a desperate, sloppy ending.
And I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I always ask somebody, like, what would be the thing that as to why you would not want to do it? You know, like the products are amazing, they work. The community is amazing, and we work together. And there's nothing that when you like sign up that you are required to do. And I think that's one thing a lot of people wonder, like, you're not investing into anything other than your own hair. Like you use the products, and outside of that, and we don't do what you want with it.
You have to stay active.
They're like, well, is there a monthly requirement to purchase? There's no monthly requirement to purchase.
False.
We have no quotas.
False.
No inventory to hold.
False.
So if you decide you wanted to join the business, and then a week or two later you're like, I'm out, I can't do this.
Just use the product.
Just use the product. You end up with a better discount. You're not going to get fined or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like it truly.
Nobody in MLM gets fined. Oh my god. This is a desperate and weak. Oh my god.
Is you just purchasing products for personal use and then you can go from there. And the beautiful part is once you do that, you're plugged in to all the trainings, all the mentorship. You have all the free access to everything that we have access to, that like Jade has created. I mean, it's like a done for you plug and play. And that's why I think like our team does so well, is because we found systems that work for us, but not only us, everyone on the team.
This is desperate.
Able to teach,
But again,
you.
I say this is desperate. Jen on the left is 49 in the world. Jade Free on the right, I don't remember what number she is, but she's top 50. Like, she's way higher up. I can roll my eyes all I want. These are the top in the world in Monat. I mean, I can roll my eyes, as I said earlier. Top in the world in Monat. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do some more. We're following. We're working our way up the list.
So here's to what, almost 1 week in. We're just excited and wanted to share it and be able to kind of be like, okay, we shared it with you guys, and now we can like start documenting, and she can share with you just like as she's going through the emotions and getting used to being here. And it's truly because of this business, or we wouldn't be sitting right now together.
We're sitting here, little Olive.
I know.
She's wanting to be a part of it.
Sweet girl.
She's been attacking Jade.
She's a Florida girl now. I know.
First beach experience of many.
Sweet.
So, well, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you have any questions, send me
Dora,
a DM.
where are you?
I would love to chat with you.
Dora, we need you. Dora, where are you? Dora, don't fail us now. We did it! Kaya. Love to see a floof at the end of that. Okay, so what's the wrap up? That's Jen, Ronziti, also Jade Free. We will be looking at Jade Free as we work our way up the list. What are we doing? When I went to Monations, we got a list, top 50 in the world, of top 50 earners in Monat in the world. We looked at Serena. Her last name is Mother Trucker. Meh. Serena Orkentine from Alberta, number 50, top earner in the world in Monat. Then we looked at Jen Ronziti, number 49. We just watched essentially Why My Hair is Awesome Now, What Monat Can Do For You, and Why You Should Join Monat with Jade Free and Jen Ronziti. Two different, very different presences online. Serena Orkentine, very little presence online, a little bit of a smattering of on Facebook, a little bit of a smattering on Instagram, not a ton, as now I'm seeing. She has some on she has more of her personal stuff on Facebook. She does the general rule of what is taught in multi-level marketing of personal, a little bit of business, personal, a little bit of social, business, stuff like that. And then we have Jen, number 49, who has a huge following on Instagram, 178,000 followers, and then about 10,000 followers on TikTok, who used to be an IFBB, which is I think the top accredited bodybuilding federation in the United States / in the world, doesn't do that anymore, does Monat full-time, is on Jade Free's team. Jade Free is one of the top Monat market partners in Monat, is in the top 50 that we're going to be looking at. We're going to be going up the list. We've covered 2 people today. We're going to be doing individual streams depending on how much information we can find. Why are we doing this? The people in Monat at the top, in my opinion, know what they're doing. If you watch the stream, I gave an example of bad actors, of individuals who chose to do things that were harmful to people in the downline. Not only the multi-level marketing company doing harm, but individuals in the upline at the top choosing to be more than chicken nuggets, choosing to be choosing to do harm to others, setting aside, in my opinion, morals to be selfish and greedy, and their behavior should be on display to say this is not good. This should be avoided. This person's behavior, a light should be shown on this person's behavior, not in an ad hominem way, but in a, hey, this isn't okay, this shouldn't be hidden, and if there is bad behavior going on, if there is FTC violations going on, if there are logical fallacies going on, we're going to highlight them. And we're grateful for the whistleblowers, and also we've got 50 names and we're going to look at them. So, Dora ran away, we don't blame her. Thank y'all for joining me. We're going to be doing a Monations wrap-up video, but we're also going to be doing 48 more streams on the reps. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate the support. If y'all would like to lick the stream, if you like anti-MLM content, anti-cult, fuckery, feel free to subscribe. We're working on 10K. Maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't, but we sure do have a good time. Squirrels, it's been real. It's been fun. Thanks for joining. And let me link the Discord for our new members one more time. I'll see you later. Peace out. Remember that we don't drink the Kool-Aid here. We analyze the ingredients. And I'll see you later. Bye.